Hey everyone, I'm Shy Sword Girl, and today not only are we going to be talking about modern day warriors, but we are also going to be talking about a modern day battle, or should I say, exhibition. I've been absolutely delighted for this exhibition to happen. I've been following all of Logan Paul's work forever. I'm a big fan of him and his podcast. It's called Impulsive. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend you going and watching it. I'm not just saying that because some of the facts I'm going to state later on in this video might piss off Logan and ruin our opportunity to meet each other and fall deeply in love. But this being said, I also, of course, love Floyd Mayweather. Who doesn't? He's an all-time legend, and he is 50-0, and should I say 51-0? So, Floyd Mayweather has an absolutely iconic record of 50-0. Logan has a record of 0-1. Mayweather's last fight was in 2017 against Conor McGregor. Floyd Mayweather did state that this would probably be his last exhibition, last fight of all time. So it's a sad thing. So we just have to kind of now's the time to throw him his flowers. Go support his new career as an OnlyFans model. It's iconic. It's iconic. Floyd Money Mayweather. I mean, he's an icon. I'm subscribed. If you're not getting the OnlyFans bag, you are sleeping. Does Logan Paul have an OnlyFans? I digress. Logan Paul is also 26 and Floyd Mayweather is 44. That's not only the whopping difference between the two. Normally fighters fight those equal to their weight. Mayweather came in at 155 pounds and Logan Paul weighed in the day before at 189.5 pounds. Mayweather and his team did state though in the, I think it's called a debrief, the post-show interview, that Logan definitely came in the next day a whopping 10.5 pounds or more heavier once he was hydrated. That, I do not know if it's true, although Logan Paul is significantly bigger and stronger and is considered a heavyweight. Mayweather, most people were in his side, including OnlyFans. If you didn't see his dope hat, I will insert that here. When he came in with that music and that hat, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for Team Logan, and then when I heard that music, I was just like I was vibing. I liked Logan Paul's entrance as well. I don't know what song he was playing. I wasn't familiar with it. I'm sure that it has some important history to it. I hope that Logan talks about it on Impulsive, and then I'm sure he will. He waited a good 20 seconds, which I liked because he kind of was like, this is on my time. You know, slow your roll. I gotta wait for my time and for the beat to drop or whatever. And so all of a sudden then he did his arm thing, and then he walked out. I mean, he's a total performer. Yes. Mayweather's walkout was really cool too, with the rapper by his side. Of course, Logan Paul had his first edition Charizard necklace that he stated was lucky for him. It was super sick. I assume it would have been somewhere around, I don't know, $500,000 or something for worth-wise. But after him wearing it in that match, for sure it's worth over $1 million, you would assume. And then I noticed after Floyd Mayweather stepped onto the ring that he was wearing full-on alligator, which was very sickening. I'm sure that alligators have a sentimental meaning to him, or I'm thinking too deep into it. I think all animals have their special meaning to them. If I have to be honest with myself though, Floyd Mayweather's walkout was definitely better. It gave me more oomph, more of what I needed. And that hat, the OnlyFans hat, just blew me away. Even more so than the first edition Charizard necklace, which is very, very, very hard to beat. Yeah, if I would have to choose one, it would have to be, I think, Floyd Mayweather. Just got my soul, it brought life into my soul. If you know what I mean. pre-show, Floyd Mayweather had called this legalized bank robbery, that the Paul brothers were fake fighters. Jake Paul, of course, notoriously stole Floyd Mayweather's hat off of his head, just trying to cause more of a spectacle. There was, of course, pre-show noise saying that Floyd Mayweather was training harder than he's ever trained in his life for this exhibition. I'm unsure if that's true. Floyd Mayweather, of course, was saying the exact opposite, and we don't know if that was strategy or not. The thing that I was most concerned with this fight was Logan Paul's stamina. That's just because he's so big and Floyd Mayweather is so good at like just strategy, overall strategy. You know, he's not like throwing all these punches, he's being strategic and he's knowing how to like duck and stuff and just like save time until he gets that perfect shot. These boxers, especially like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, are fucking golden up here in the brain. Like, they talk on a different level. Just one last thing about the pre-show, Logan was also talking about like opening a new paradigm, like breaking the paradigm and doing something like spiritual. Him being a part of this was a total spiritual experience for him, and he felt like it would affect the entire platform of time. I mean, this was like a big breakthrough of consciousness for Logan Paul. So I just appreciated that there was just so much of himself going into this fight. He said that he wasn't nervous at all. He was waiting for butterflies to kind of kick in the entire time, and he was actually concerned for his own like mental health because that never did happen for him. But I think that he shouldn't be worried. I think he was just so meditated and so practiced mentally and prepared mentally for this occurrence. If you are so meditated and so mentally prepared and emotionally prepared for things, I mean, does it make you a psychopath? I wouldn't say so. Anyway, I digress. So through my research, Logan Paul threw 73 jabs and only connected with 7 of them. Floyd threw 14 jabs and connected on 7 of them as well. That's too many times. I would normally say due to Floyd's accuracy that he would be the winner of this category, but I feel like Logan Paul also wanted to call more of a spectacle, so let's just call this a tie. Floyd connected with Logan Paul 36 times in power punches and had 93 attempts. That's too many times. Logan, hell of a holder Paul, had 144 attempts and connected only 21 times, which is a 15%. That's too many times. With an overall connecting rate of 15%, while Floyd did connect 40% of the time. In the first round, there were 2 things that really stuck out to me in this fight. Logan just like went all out and got as many punches as he fucking could. And I just feel like he wasted a lot of his stamina, but also was it kind of worth it because it got the crowd super excited. He had his moment, and I think it probably was worth it. Moment where it looks like Logan Paul possibly got knocked out by Floyd Mayweather and then Floyd Mayweather was holding him up. Honestly, I can go either way here. I don't think that he really got knocked out, but it is pretty crazy of a video. If so, I wonder if there was any like fixing to what exactly was going to happen in the ring prior to the show. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Now, a lot of people are roasting the results of the exhibition for not having like a major knockout moment and for it being boring and for there being a lot of hugging. Now, Joe Rogan, I did want to state like 3 weeks ago before the exhibition, he noted what a fabulous and strong wrestler Logan is. So he did suggest, hey dude, you're not gonna win with your boxing strategy, so you might as well utilize your wrestling strategy and really like hug him and wear him out as much as you could. Honestly, I can't hate on it. I feel like Logan Paul had some really great shining moments for it being only his 2nd boxing match, and it's against Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he did last 8 rounds, and I don't think it was fixed, just for the record. He lasted 8 rounds, he had some pretty good hits, they just weren't super enough for a knockout. And I feel like that's, at the end of the day, what we were all hoping for. And if you weren't really hoping for that, I mean, you're kidding yourself. I really don't want to say who I really think won the fight because like I said, guys, I'm a single woman. There are only a handful of prospects for me. I need to keep my options, guys. Now, the exhibition rules, of course, were that there were to be 8 rounds if they were to make it, 8 rounds with no knockouts, and if there were no knockouts, there would be no winner. So at the end of the day, there was no winner, and apparently there was a whole lot of fun. Who do you guys think was the winner here? Who do you guys think had the best intangibles? Like, who walked out with the best outfit or just had the best intro? Who do you guys think had the best post-show interview? And who do you guys think is the best fighter of all time? Personally, I think that Mike Tyson is the best fighter of all time. I feel like I know that as a fact. Like, I know he's the best fighter of all time. And again, thank you guys so much for keeping up with me. Don't forget to shoot me a DM at onlyfans/ShySwordGirl. I'm ShySwordGirl, and don't be a bitch. I'm ShySwordGirl, I'm ShySwordGirl, I'm ShySwordGirl, and don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch.